Welcome back to the channel for the recently deceased. Now, on the last episode, we looked at some bizarre graves, but tonight, we're counting down the top 3 most haunted graves. Monuments of stone and bronze that many believe are still very much alive with paranormal activity. Starting with number 3, the Turning Angel. On March 14, 1908, a gas explosion in the basement of the Natchez Drug Company in Natchez, Mississippi, killed 5 young female employees. The youngest was only 12 years old. The victims' tombstones are marked with only their last names. There is, however, an additional monument to the dead workers. Their former employer was so distraught by the explosion that he paid for the women's burial plots and commissioned this stone angel to stand over their modest graves. The angel has since attracted a fair bit of attention to the historic Mississippi cemetery. It's now known as the Turning Angel statue because, according to some, it turns to look at cars driving by. This effect is said to be most noticeable at night when the car's headlights shine on the statue around the bend of the road. Many who approach after sunset report an overwhelming sense of being watched, even followed, as though the angel's stone eyes are tracking every step. Now, I'm not saying this is paranormal. It could just be a trick of the light, much like the following bus inside Disney's Haunted Mansion. But the site does loom large in Natchez, which inspired local author Greg Iles to write a best-selling book about it. Number 2, Black Aggie. This statue of a somber-seated figure in a shroud is known as Black Aggie, which formerly stood in Druid Ridge Cemetery in Maryland, but it's actually a replica of Augustus St. Gaudens's 1891 allegorical figure popularly called Grief. Beginning with its installation in 1926, the replica was surrounded by many urban legends, principally that someone spending a night in its lap would be haunted by the ghosts of those buried there, that the spirits of individuals buried at Druid Ridge would annually convene at the statue, that no grass would grow in the ground where the statue's shadow would lie during the daytime, or that the statue would animate itself during the night, whether by physically moving or showing glowing red eyes. These legends led to much unwelcome attention towards the statue. Many people were caught breaking into the cemetery at night to visit it, and the pedestal was frequently vandalized. The Agnes family, disturbed by the attention the statue received, donated it to the Smithsonian in 1967. It sat for many years in storage before being moved to a courtyard behind the Dolly Madison House on Lafayette Square in Washington, where she currently stands. The bare, blank pedestal is all that remains at the statue's former home at Druid Ridge Cemetery. Now, before I reveal the number 1 haunted grave, if you haven't done so already, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, share the video, write a comment below, do all the things. Really helps this channel to grow. Now, with that out of the way, on to number 1. Number 1, the Black Mausoleum. The Black Mausoleum in Edinburgh's Greyfriars Kirkyard is considered one of the world's most haunted sites, housing the spirit of St. George Bloody Mackenzie. This tomb is believed to be the home of a violent poltergeist that has reportedly attacked hundreds of visitors with scratches, bruises, and cold spots since the 1990s. Sir George Mackenzie was the Lord Advocate in 1679, responsible for persecuting thousands of Covenanters, many of whom were imprisoned and died near his tomb, leading to his nickname, Bloody Mackenzie. Reports of supernatural activity began around 1999 after a homeless person reportedly broke into the tomb and disturbed the remains, causing the floor to collapse. That's right, he fell through the floor into a pit of plague victims, and if that isn't kicking a hornet's nest, I don't know what is. Since then, tour operators have documented hundreds of reports of physical attacks, from burns and bites to strange bruises appearing on visitors' bodies and feelings of intense cold and sickness. The entity is so active that the Covenanters' prison section is now locked, accessible only on guided tours. In 2000, a priest attempted an exorcism at the site, claiming he was overwhelmed by evil before dying shortly after. So there you have it. 3 graves, 3 legends. Would you dare visit any of them after dark? Let me know in the comments and tell me what haunted grave I should uncover next. And until next time, never trust the living, and I'll see you in the afterlife. Bye.